and welcome to today's English lesson. I hope you guys are great and that you had a great weekend. Today we are doing reading. We are going to read Rules Protect Us. By the end of this lesson, you're going to be able to say, I can identify causes and effects in the story. I need you to please go to this link and listen to Rules Protect Us. You can find the link in the description of this lesson, or you can copy and paste it from your PowerPoint. Okay, so what is a cause and what is an effect? Let's see. A cause is an event or action that makes something happen. And what is an effect? An effect is what happens because of that event. So if you know an event, you can try to identify the cause. Ask yourself, why did the event happen? Why did that happen? If you know a cause, you can try to identify the effect. You ask yourself, what happened because of that event? So let me give you an example. Okay, let's see. He broke his arm. That was the cause. And what was the effect? The doctor put in a cast. Mm, I didn't study for my test, so I failed it. The cause was that I did not study. And what was the effect? I did not pass the test. I failed. What else can I give you as an example? Let's see. For example, I never brush my teeth. That is the cause. I just don't like to brush my teeth. What would be the effect of not brushing my teeth? I'm gonna get cavities, right? So those are examples of causes and effect. Another one, something we do every day. For example, if I need to switch on the light, what do I need to do? Do you know? Think. What will be the cause for me to turn on the light? Okay, so it was dark, so I flip the light switch on. So what happens after I flip the light switch on? The light came on. Those are examples of causes and effects. So a cause is something that makes something happen, and the effect is what happens because of that event. Let me give you one more. For example, because the alarm was not set, I was late for work. So those are examples of cause and effect. Now let's see. Ask yourself, why are people safe? Why is everyone safe? Because the government makes rules. Let's read this part. It says, rules are important. They help keep us safe. They help us get along with each other. Following the rules can make life better. Parents make rules for a family. Schools make rules for students. Our government, sorry, our government makes rules too. So here is a cause. A cause is that the government makes rules. What is the effect of this cause? Well, the effect will be that people are safe. Especially now, the government made the rule of stay home. We have to stay home. Why? So that we are safe. Let's think of another one from the text. It says parents make rules for a family. So another cause is that parents make rules. Why would parents make rules? To keep who safe? Keep you safe, or that the family stays safe. What about the schools? Schools make rules. Schools make rules. Why would schools make rules? What will be the effect of the rules from the school? Well, it will keep students safe. Students are safe because of the rules of the schools. Let's read these 2 pages. It says, people visit a geyser known as Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park. This is a national park. National parks. National parks are public places. They are all over the country. Yellowstone was the first one. It became a national park in 1872. Mountains, rivers, lakes, and forests form this park. Now, the United States has more than 400 national parks. Some are set in nature, others are important to our history. Rules protect these places. The rules will make sure the parks are around for a long time. So, why is it important to have rules that protect national parks? Why do you think so? Well, because some are set to protect nature and others are important to the history. So, that is important to have rules that protect national parks. Here are 2 tasks in the next slides. You can choose to complete task number 1 or task number 2. All right, in task number 1, what caused the government to create rules about national parks? Write your answers in the graphic organizer. Let's go back a little bit. So, here, the national park. Why was it important to create rules in the national park? To protect what? Think. Why is it important to have rules that protect national parks? Well, because some are set to protect nature and some are important to the history. They are very old parks that carry a lot of history of the country as well as nature. So, what will be the cause for this effect to happen? The effect is that the government created rules about national parks. What was the cause for the government to create the rules? All right, it was to protect nature and to protect history. So, if the government wants to protect nature and protect history, they have to create rules. Why are pool rules important? When we go to a public pool, we find these rules all around. It says no diving, no running, no food. But why? How does it help? Think for some time, write the answers that you think are correct, and then we'll check the answers together. So pause the video, answer fill up these boxes, and then we continue with the video to check your answers. Again, why is it important to follow these rules? No diving in a pool, no running, and no food. Okay, so the no diving rule helps people stay safe. The no running rule reminds people to walk carefully in case the floor is wet. If you're running, you might slip and fall down. And no food. Imagine if you go to the pool and you start eating your food inside the water. What will happen to the water? It will be very dirty, right? So no food rule keeps the water clean. Okay, for closure, guys, draw 2 rules from the UAE government that are or that we should follow to stay safe from COVID-19. We have been surrounded by government rules, right, about COVID-19. So draw at least 2 rules that you have been following during this pandemic. Here, I will give you some examples. Wearing a mask, wearing gloves. Wearing a mask and gloves is very important every time you go out. And another very important rule that we have been following is to wash our hands. We have to wash our hands as much as possible during this pandemic, especially after handling animals or animal waste, after coughing or sneezing, when caring from the sick, before, during, and after you prepare food, before eating, after going to the toilet, and when your hands are dirty. Anytime you do this, you have to wash your hands. So these are some examples of rules that the government have set in UAE so that we can stay safe from COVID-19. Thank you very much guys for today's lesson, and don't forget to stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.